Have you seen the most painful tortures in the world? Those that push the boundaries of humanity? Unfortunately, in this video, we will witness the most agonizing, long-term tortures. The brazen bull. It is a torture method used in the 6th century BC. It was practiced in ancient Greece and Rome, specifically reserved for prisoners facing the severest punishments. A bull statue is crafted from brass, with a hollow interior and a hatch on one side that opens from the outside. The prisoner is placed inside, and a fire is lit with wood underneath the bull. Since the bull is made of brass, it heats up until the prisoner begins to burn. The victim's agonizing screams can be heard from within. This process continues until the prisoner dies. It has gone down in history as one of the most painful tortures ever devised. White torture. This type of torture was practiced in the early 2000s. It was implemented by states such as Ireland and Iran. First, the prisoner is locked in a completely white room. Everything in the room is white. There are no windows, and even the prisoner's clothes are white. As the prisoner stays in this room, the total lack of color causes them to suffer a psychological breakdown. Slowly, they begin to hallucinate and lose their sanity. Most prisoners in this situation choose suicide as a way of escape. Saw torture. Indeed, it is a truly grueling form of torture, at least for the prisoner. This method was utilized across both Europe and Asia. The prisoner is tied upside down to a wooden beam. Because more blood flows to the head, they do not die immediately. Their legs are spread apart, and 2 executioners stand over the prisoner's head. This process is carried out in public. It is so strange that everyone watches the prisoner's death. Anyway, the executioners take the saw, place it between the prisoner's legs, and begin sawing them in half. The process continues until it reaches the chest. Meanwhile, the crowd just stands there and watches the whole ordeal. Practiced during and before the 19th century, this is known as one of the worst tortures in the world. It was widespread in East and Southeast Asia. For example, countries like Japan, China, Thailand, and Sri Lanka used this torture. However, there are no official documents available to prove their usage. The method is carried out as follows. Since bamboo grows rapidly in the soil, this characteristic was exploited. A bamboo shoot is sharpened and prepared to sprout from the ground. The prisoner is then secured over this bamboo using a frame, with their hands and feet tied, leaving them with as little room to move as possible. The prisoner spends their days in this position as the bamboo slowly begins to grow. Although this situation is excruciatingly painful, the prisoner has no choice but to endure it. As the bamboo continues to grow, it eventually begins to touch the victim's body. In this manner, the bamboo pierces through the human body, and the prisoner dies a slow, agonizing death. This torture was used as a lesson to the public. It etches a warning into people's minds to consider their fate before getting involved in any crime. Chinese water torture. This is a very common type of torture that is designed to completely shatter a person's psychology. The prisoner is laid down, and a bucket with a tiny hole in its bottom is placed over their head. A specific spot is chosen on the prisoner's head, which is usually the forehead area. At first, the prisoner mocks it, wondering how this could be a form of torture. However, the process lasts for days. Due to the constant dripping, they cannot sleep, and their psychological state deteriorates. Over time, they start to feel as if someone is throwing a stone at that spot with every single drop. This sensation intensifies over time and eventually leads to death.